What up, YouTube? Shout out to my new subscribers. I took a little hiatus due to the holiday, all the cooking and working, just relaxing. But now I gotta get back on the grind. Shout out to my new subscribers. Really appreciate y'all. Thank you for coming through. So, what up, YouTube? Hey, I'm gonna get right into it. I had to take a little hike. Man, Venezuela is done. Maduro is in hiding. They about to strike Venezuela. And that's a fact. Hang on, I just had this all the way up. Oh Lord. I just lost everything. Oh, here we go. So the first thing about it, damn, I forgot the New York Times shit. President Trump said days earlier United States could very soon expand its campaign of unaliving people at sea suspected of drug trade. They hit another boat. They've been dropping on them boats, blowing them boats up with the drugs on them from Venezuela. And you know what I just found out that messed me up is that it's not even the Venezuelan. He is part of the cartel. Maduro is. It's not even him or the Venezuelan people protecting him. He got Cubans protecting him. That blew my mind. I found that out today. Wow. Yeah, so he a part of the cartel. Well, Trump said your airspace is now closed. Can't fly on that airspace. Maduro is in a bunker, and he like if he tried to leave, as far as Cubans, that they was gonna unalive him. So it might happen anyway because he is a dictator. He lost that election and he took it. He might as well step down. Plus, the U.S. government done put 50 million on his head. Who in they right? I mean, anybody would take that, get that 50 million. You can't even trust the people to protect you with 50 million on your head. I mean, that ain't shit. That ain't nothing to laugh at. Venezuela calls Trump airspace closure warning colonialist threat. And he still got the nerve to be talking shit to the United States that could blow your whole little country. Right, therapy. I wish the fuck I knew where he was too. Because if I was close to him, you'd be thinking about that $50 million. Hey, I'm doing good. Thank you for coming through. Well, I mean, we can literally blow the country off the map. We're not gonna blow it off the map, but we're gonna guess what they gonna hit. They know exactly where they growing the drugs at, where they at. They gonna hit all drug factories and stuff. They ain't gonna have nothing. What you sorry about? Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you. But yeah, therapy. So Trump said, look, he told everybody. Yeah, and you know what? They might go ahead and take some oil too, cause they do got oil. Pretty dumb, bitch. I ain't dumb at all. You could leave. But anyway, Venezuela has accused U.S. Donald Trump of making a colonialist threat after he said the airspace around the country should be closed. He told the whole world do not fly over Venezuelan airspace. That was yesterday. You send me money if I be nice. The country's the country's foreign ministry called Trump's comment another extravagant, illegal, unjustified aggression against the Venezuelan people. Well, the truth of the matter is, you did send Trinidad Nicaragua over here to sell drugs. You did that because I know now that you got Cubans guarding you, not even your own people. You part of the cartel. Right there, B. Right there, B. I'm gonna kick this blues old band like out of my chat because I don't know what they over here bullshitting. Anyway, the the U.S. does not legally have the authority to close another country's airspace. Well, he is closed. Ain't nothing flying over Venezuela because they don't know when they gonna strike. But they gonna hit all them drug factories. But Trump's online posts could lead to travel uncertainty and deter airlines from operating. Absolutely. Hey, Ritter Plus. The U.S. has been building its military presence in the Caribbean, which officials say is to combat drug smuggling. Venezuela President Nicolas Maduro has dismissed U.S. claims of drug trafficking as an attempt. You are a drug trafficker, and you sent that them damn Trinidad Nicaragua over here to sell fucking drugs. Yes, you did, and I believe that the more I research shit, and he said, and this is what Trump okay, said, consider your airspace closed. Because if you are, um, I'm gay, what the fuck is going on here? Chicken butt. Oh, y'all want to play, and this is something serious. And no, I'm not gay. I'm about to kick you. Anyway, Trump stopped all the migrant deportation flights to Venezuela. Trump tells airlines Venezuela airspace is closed in its entirety. See, this the problem. You know what I figured out there, be what the problem is? People don't like real leadership. They like these pussy ass men that go around cocktail and do what other people say. They don't respect real men or real leadership. Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Now, people asking, well, why is Russia and China sitting out of Venezuelan clash? For 2 decades, Venezuela cultivated anti American allies across the globe, Russia and China, to Cuba and Iran in hope of forming a new world order that will stand up to the United States. They don't want no part of this shit. This 3 hours ago, and then I'm going to get to my videos. The United States appears to be inching closer to directly attacking Venezuela. Trump has already signed imminent land attack. So they coming in on land. Oh, this gonna be ground attacks. And did you see Venezuela putting out videos of people who signed up to the army from 18 to 75 and they was doing showing their training manual. You should have seen that shit. It was hilarious. It was fucking hilarious. So this gonna be land attacks. Oh, the country is larger than Texas. And it got over 31 million people. Well, it's about to go down. I think it's gonna go down when we wake up in the morning. Therapy, they're gonna be finished. All right, so let me get into these videos, and I'm gonna go to some of the old videos, and then I'm gonna get to the new ones. Damn, I got a lot of videos. Shit, on this stuff. Well, we'll see how far we get. So this we doing the recap part.
And Willie James, before I leave you, just want to ask about this developing news that we're following. CBS News now learning two Venezuelan fighters actually flew over a U.S. nation as.
And Venezuela started this shit, something that they can't finish.
To that lethal strike that the U.S. Drug cartels, alleged drug cartels, killing several individuals earlier this week. And these two F-16 Venezuelan fighter jets flew over the USS Jason Dunham, and the Defense Department, multiple officials essentially confirming this news to CDS. We know that we received a statement following this report, essentially the department is calling this a provocative move. That was this year, our counter narco-terror operations that's made. So we, of course, have heard from the President, Secretary of State, and the Secretary
So they
of Defense.
started it.
They will go after these.
Knowing you can't beat us, why would you do that?
Welcome in, everyone. I hope you guys are
This
doing
is
great.
David
Whether
Hookstead.
watching
I
today,
like
we have
him.
some
I
big
like him.
Breaking news, and that is Venezuelan fighter jets have targeted a U.S. Navy warship. We get into the detail of that. How the United States responding, the actual power of as the situation
Excuse me.
to escalate and escalate and escalate.
That's right, therapy. They don't like me because it's too much like right, and it makes sense. It will block the skin. That's right, therapy. I agree. I agree with you. They gonna get their ass whooped. That's right, therapy.
It is a wild, wild time right now. And listen, I don't know what's going to happen. Every single day, it seems like the Trump administration is not going to strike Venezuela directly at some point. But we're going to get into exactly what happened. I'm going to break it all down. Before we do, as always, please make sure to like and subscribe. Totally free, cost you absolutely, and it's a huge, huge, huge.
Yeah, like, share, subscribe. Hit that like button.
Let's get into it. We're talking about this at length every day. There's a new piece of information. Every day, there's another step taken towards the escalation of some. The United States of America is deemed dictator of Venezuela, the head of a cartel. He's a terrorist, or bounty on his head. They want him gone. They want him dealt with. They want it there. That's simple. And Trump has surrounded Venezuela with warships, at least one submarine, thousands of Marines, thousands of cruise missiles are now within striking out the region. Beach landing exercises are underway. There are a ton of moving pieces here. On top of that, the Trump administration blew up a drug ship carrying 11 members of Tren de Aragua, which is a terrorist organization, a narco-terrorist organization declared as such by the United States government. They have pushed their poison, carnage, and chaos in the United States. We warned them to stop. They didn't stop, so we blew up one of their drug ships that was leaving Venezuela. They waited for it to get into international waters and then blew it up. Well, Venezuela's none too happy about that. Now they're buzzing our warships. Let me put this on the screen. So this comes from the New York Times. This has been reported by a bunch of different outlets. It's not just...
Listen, he sent Trinidad Duaga here. He sent them people here. Trump online. No, and now your poor little country. Now here goes the VP of Venezuela speaking up.
Venezuela is not looking for a conflict with the United States, they say, but it will defend itself against any possible threat. That's the message Venezuela's
And then he sat down.
carrying a military strike on a boat leaving Venezuela, allegedly carrying drugs. Here's CNN's Stefano Pozzovan.
OJ, the Venezuelan Foreign Minister Ivan Gil sat down with CNN for an exclusive interview.
There it is.
The White House beat Venezuela by at the same time that one of the most controversial episodes of this crisis took place last week when the Department of Defense announced that it took out a Venezuelan speedboat allegedly carrying drugs into the Caribbean.
We can't explain this, and we should ask the U.S. military. How can they degrade themselves by using destructive technologies as this boat?
Are you calling for an international investigation into that incident?
We've seen a whole story of violations of international laws, protocols of engagement, the very same protocols of the U.S. Coast Guard and of the U.S. Armed Forces.
Also covered many allegations about violations of Venezuela from this government against the Venezuelan population.
Okay, but we are part of the Human Rights Council, and yet we disagree on how they adhere to standard behavior.
I'm sorry, Trump declared you guys a terrorist organization, Trinidad and Tobago. They have been. You had no right to come from another country, set up shop, trap houses, drug houses in America, and then send the money, wire them back to Venezuela. All that. Ain't no wire transfers going out. Ain't no money going to Venezuela. You had no right. That's just like me and there decide to go to Cuba. How you think we gonna set up shop over in Cuba? They is gonna unalive us. Facts. You can't just do that, go in somebody else's country and set up drug houses and shit.
When it comes to human rights.
Well, my countrymate, Alberto Trentini, has been detained here since October last year. It's been 11 months. He still hasn't seen a judge nor been able to speak with his family.
Yes, but his human rights are not being violated. I know this case. He has a lawyer. He's on trial. There's a lawsuit going on, and it will continue its course. The process must be followed. In Venezuela, there are thousands of courts representing.
And he still ain't seen the judge, but you ain't violated no human rights. Well, you stole well, shit, they steal elections here in the U.S. too, so shit.
All nationalities, Colombians, Peruvians, Italians, from many crimes. The most common one is drug.
I'm sure it is.
In negotiations, mostly with the United States. You remember several.
Well, we ain't gonna let that play.
In the last few years,
I just wanted to show y'all
to
that.
CNN that as of now, there are no
This my girl. This
It's a big
is
story,
Tish
guys.
Regan.
I haven't had a
Okay, I'm sick of StreamYard. This is Tish Regan. I love her.
and now
My God.
things should be moving along. Of course, what happens then? Nicolas Maduro out in Venezuela. We're going to talk about that. Plus, Scott Besson. Oh my goodness, this guy's got a.
I like
He's
Scott
got
Besson.
fisticuffs in him.
We got a little bit of a follow on to that story that I told you about yesterday. Bill Pulte. Say this. I know Venezuela inside and out. I have a ton of sources on all sides. And what I'm telling you right now is Maduro knows. The handwriting is on the wall. You know, he had a good long game there. He lasted a while. Don't forget Hugo Chavez coming into power. Gosh, I was a young analyst at Goldman Sachs. I remember this well. Maybe around 1999.
Actually,
we all thought, okay,
I like Chavez before they assassinated him. I like Chavez. This Maduro don't like. Mm-mm.
bad stuff from coming up into the United States of America. Now, Nicolas Maduro is like, okay, what do I do? What do I do? So he's come back saying, okay, I'm starting my own DEA effectively in Venezuela. So trying to show some good faith. The problem for him is, well, he's got Marco Rubio now as Secretary of State. Okay, so that's kind of a big problem for Nicolas Maduro. Those two have a little history. They go way, way back. I mean, remember when the electric grid went out in Venezuela and Maduro was blaming Rubio for that one? Not the case, but in other words, Rubio does actually want to see change there because he fundamentally believes it, right? I mean, he's from Florida, he's Cuban. They don't like communism and socialism and people trampling all over freedoms there in some parts of Florida, including the part that Rubio comes from. So this is becoming now a bigger and bigger issue with Pete Hegseth, of course, weighing in on the situation there on Fox the other morning. My former colleague, let's listen in.
The only person that should be worried is Nicolas Maduro, who's running effectively as a kingpin of a narco state.
Facts.
Not actually elected and indicted for $50 million by the United States. And we know he's involved in the types of drug running that has affected the American people
Facts.
directly. So China and other countries are going to say certain things, and that's their prerogative. What we have there in the Caribbean is a clear demonstration of military might. President Trump has shown, whether it's the southwest border, whether it's the Houthis in freedom of navigation, whether it's Midnight Hammer in Iran, that the precise application of American power can have incredible impacts and reshape dynamics around the world and in the region. So Nicolas Maduro, as he considers whether or not he wants to continue to be a narco trafficker, has some decisions to make, and about that.
Oh, that's all you need to say. Again, along with 8 warships, a nuclear attack submarine, surveillance aircraft, all being moved into the southern Caribbean as we speak, I'd say you're saying a lot, right? Okay, so you're saying a lot. The question is this really a war on drugs or is it about something else? I'm going to tell you because you know I'm a realist and I'm always going to level with you.
You got money
This
to
is
buy me
about
some
more
cigarettes?
than let's just
No, I
counter
got
the
25.
and by the way, that's a real issue,
I gotta
right?
buy me some back
Mexico, Colombia,
Okay,
they're all
don't
involved
worry
in it.
about
So singling out Venezuela. You know where you're singling out
You
Venezuela?
got,
One, because of the
I
communism
don't have
dictatorship, right?
any.
That is awful for people to live
you
on
got a credit
under.
card?
And so they got a lot of oil. They
Hold
got
on,
so
let
much
this
oil.
play.
I've been to this particular
What do I
region, the
forgot?
Orinoco region, heavy, heavy, heavy
You got
oil,
your
but we
phone
got the
on?
technology, right, to get it out of the ground. They got all this oil there. So that makes them
If you
so
ain't
much
going
more
there, got
interesting
some
and
microwave.
compelling in terms of, you know, let's be honest, where do we pick our battles? We got a lot of oil sitting right there in the backyard, like 3 hours from Miami, and we can't get at it because you got somebody in the way. And there's energy companies in, and we were
Let's let all that
It
play.
is right here in our hemisphere.
Welcome in, everyone. We
This is David Hook. He is awesome.
Venezuela as fears of a massive war. Venezuela, rushing military resources to the region as the same time that appears there is no off-ramp. The United States is signaling Venezuela. Venezuela is taking moves of its own that they only do if you military happening exactly what I think about what it means, where we're going to go from here, and now let's get into it. As we've discussed many times on this channel, the United States has taken significant steps towards carrying out a military operation against Venezuela. What are those steps? We have rushed a lot of naval vessels carrying cruise missiles and other weapons to the region off the coast of Venezuela. That even includes submarine assets. We have put F-35 stealth fighter jets. We've forward staged them in Puerto Rico. We have P-8 Poseidon spy planes flying as well, based out of Puerto Rico. This is what's publicly been used. Drones, other weapons to strike the boats leaving Venezuela. And if you look at the rhetoric from both sides, the United States and Venezuela, it is clear both sides are itching to get this on. Venezuela is pretty much baiting the United States to fire at their ships. Baiting the United States to fire at their planes by flying F-16 fighter jets over our naval ships. President Donald Trump vowing to shoot those planes down if it continues, as well as Venezuela is mobilizing a militia of civilians. And I'm telling you right now, the good people of Venezuela have no interest in fighting for Maduro, but he is trying to round up old men and housewives, give them AK-47 in the United States, keep them at. But what is one thing?
When I seen the 75-year-old man and the 70 signing up to fight, I just shook my head. I'm like, you cannot make this shit up. You can't make this up at all. Oh shit, hold on. Alrighty, into the more recent 11.
No se lo diga a nadie, que se quede aquí entre nosotros. Mensajes que llegan.
So he's saying if they touch Venezuela, they touch us. This is
De admiración que nos dicen, si tocan a Venezuela, nos y tocará nuevamente un ejército unido libertador de Sudamérica para enfrentar cualquier agresión imperialista.
I'm sick of your ass. So this is what he's saying. We have a liberated army. This is his army.
No se lo diga a nadie, que se quede aquí entre nosotros. Mensajes que llegan
Well, let's see how that work out for
de
you.
filas militares.
Let's see how that work out for you.
No se lo diga.
Oh no, I'm not gonna play this. Let me just let that go. I'm not gonna read all that. So he said if Venezuela is attacked, let's see what this
No
is.
se lo diga a nadie, que se quede aquí entre nosotros.
As Venezuela and the United
Mensajes
States
que
created
llegan
accusations over a deadly
de filas
strike.
militares.
All right, let me get out of that. Let me come back.
Tensions continue to rise in the Caribbean as Venezuela and the United States trade accusations over a deadly strike.
Right, there, right.
Attacked by what he called the U.S. imperialism. Maduro made the statement while announcing the deployment of troops, police, and civilian militias across 284 locations nationwide. And this comes as in confrontations with Washington in the backdrop
Now, boat.
crackdown.
Look at our boat.
With the White House repeatedly accusing Venezuela no signs of abating. Tensions continue to rise in the Caribbean as Venezuela and the United States trade accusations over a deadly.
Wait a minute, what is this? Oh, this is on the wrong thing. I need to move that video.
Why did you authorize the CIA to go into Venezuela? And is there more information you can share about these strikes?
Well, I can't do that. I authorize people for two reasons. Number one, they emptied their prisons.
Facts.
They came in. Well, they came in. They came in because we had an open. And as soon as I heard that, I said, a lot of these countries, they're not the only country, but they're the worst abuser. And they've entered there. They've allowed
Hey, Money Low.
thousands and thousands of prisoners, mental institution, people from mental.
Well, U.S. about to tear Venezuela up. About to tear it up, Money Low.
United States of America. They came in through the. They came in through the border. And we had an open border policy. As soon as I heard that, I said, a lot of these, they're not the only country, but the worst abuser. And they entered there. They've allowed thousands of prisoners, people from mental institutions, insane asylums, emptied out into the United States.
And that is true. Because let me tell you, we can't, that's just like what I said, Money Low. If me and Therapy went to Cuba and set up trap houses and oh, y'all did? Oh, my condolences. Dang, when was it? When was the funeral? If I know Big U wasn't able to make it, I know he tore up. Drop the link. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Y'all subscribe to Money Logan Therapy 808 channel, y'all. They got good channels. Okay, I'm dropping the link now. You see the link? I just dropped it. All right, there go the link when you get a chance. Let me get back to this.
But that's a really bad, and they did it at a level that probably not many countries have done it, but not like Venezuela. Down and dirty, and the other thing of drugs coming in from Venezuela, and a lot of the through the sea, so you get to see that. We're going to Thailand also. I want to answer a question like that. So
okay, let me redo it. Let me redo it. The StreamYard been tripping. Oh shit. Oh shit. I wonder, can I just bring you in? Let me see if I can just bring you up. Hold on, let me see. shit. I don't know what the fuck I just did. Dang, what I hit you? I don't know what the problem is. StreamYard. And still not letting you tap in. Alright, I'm gonna do it again. Cause I ain't never had this problem before. Okay, there you go. It finally came up. That's you shouldn't have a problem now. You should be able to hit it now. Oh shit. Hitting everything. Cause it didn't have something. It's this damn stream yard. Therapy, see if you can hit the link if it's working. Cause that one, the other ones came up bad. This one came up. No, I want to hear about it. I'm gonna try one more time. And I know what I'm saying. The same. That is the link because it's the same one that came again. Damn, am I froze? Yep, that's a good. That is a good. All right, well, yeah, we'll get it again. We're gonna let Trump finish saying what he's saying.
Wouldn't it be a ridiculous question for me to answer?
The ships, though, sir, there are Republicans and Democrats on the Hill concerned that in the briefings they've gotten about those attacks, necessarily who was on them and what exactly was on those ships. Can you?
Well, they are given information that they were loaded up with drugs, and that's the thing that matters. When they're loaded up with drugs, they're fair game. And every one of the ships, they're not ships, they're boats, they're speedboats. They're extremely fast, record-setting type speedboats. It cost a lot of money, and they have a lot of money because they're drug sellers. But they do the same thing. There's drug dust. They call drug dust. They call petals all over the boat. Those bombs go off, and you can take a long. We know before we know when they go out. We know we have much info about.
Okay, so the link is working. That's what I thought. I thought the link was working.
Hey, what's going on, woman? Hey, what's going on, woman?
Oh no, cause I was cause Money Loke was gonna tell me about um Big U son funeral,
I
but the
see like
link
the
went work
third
for him, and
screen.
I
What's
just
that
wanted to
about?
make sure that it was working.
I see like the
What?
third screen. What's that about? I see
What
like
third
two screens
screen?
and then a smaller screen. That a new thing that they got on here? Two screens and then a smaller screen. That a new
Oh, I thought I
thing
had the
they
vertical. I do have another screen, the
got.
vertical. I do. Let's finish.
Because deep why did you authorize CIA to go into Venezuela? Is there more information you can share about these strikes?
Money load.
No, I can't.
That
I authorize
link
people
is
for two
working.
reasons, really. Number one, they
I
have
don't know.
emptied their
Is he
prisons into the United States of America.
is it
They came
letting
in.
them get up there? It won't let them. Or maybe have to
They came in through
refresh
the
his
border.
browser or whatever.
They came in because we had an open border policy. And as soon as I heard that, I said a lot of these countries, they're not the only country, but they're the worst abuser. And they've entered their prisoners' mental institutions out into the United States. We're bringing them back. But that's a really bad thing. And they did it at a level that probably not many countries have done it, but not like Venezuela. They were down and dirty. And the other thing of drugs, we have a lot of drugs coming in from Venezuela. And a lot of the Venezuelan drugs come in through the sea, so you get to see that. But we're going to stop them by land.
And the thing is, you can't go to no other country and open up shop and just open up drug houses and sell drugs like they doing over here.
Man, your ass would
Where
be
do
made
they
an
do that
example
at?
of. You'd be made an example of quick by the government and the streets. Be made an example of quick by the government and the streets.
Right.
Trump been going
Exactly.
off like I've been going off. He like, man, them Afghanistan, you man, I've been saying that for years. Everybody that know me, he's going off like, man, I'm tired of y'all. Everybody that know me, he's going off like, man, I'm tired of y'all.
Who, Trump?
Yeah, third world, I mean, all of Africa, goddamn it. Ain't got
All
time to be
right, here we
splitting you
go. Here
motherfuckers
we
up.
go. Well, he bought
All of
he.
Africa, goddamn it. Ain't got time to be splitting you motherfuckers up.
I'm deleting some of this stuff. Okay, here we go. Oh no, I'm gonna delete this. I'm not about to read no. Okay, we're gonna read that. Okay, we're going
Really?
here to this.
You tiptoe.
Blown up at least 20 boats in the Caribbean and
I
Eastern
don't give nothing
Pacific.
about your
Latest
problem.
strike killed 4 people on Thursday.
Turn the light back on.
No, for narco-terrorists. Let's get that story straight.
Officials have acknowledged they don't know who's been captured.
People telling you, everybody knows it.
Serious. They're not our cons. You assist places.
Really?
The United States can struck boats that's drug boats coming in. You know what therapy? He sent that Trinidad Durago over here to sell drugs. He is a part of the cartel. Yes, he is.
People here in our
All of
country.
them are.
Yeah.
They been a part of that. And Biden let them over here. Him and his son going over there getting their cut.
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, Biden, them and Kamala and all of them need to be locked up for treason. Obama,
You know, you're not.
I don't give a damn. Lock everybody up.
That's what they do. They talk garbage.
Listen. Yep, he sent them people over here. Now, I have to agree with Trump because after all what we seen them do, they human traffic their own women. They got them out here as prostitutes. I mean, they do everything. Shoot, remember when I showed the end of Las Vegas? Shoot, they part of that with the cartel of Vegas collapsing. All the
Vegas
money that
been
they
open
made.
season.
Shit.
Vegas been open season. That's just a given. given.
Okay, here we go.
Rights of this issue just shouldn't be chilled. Come from what it was what? Why would you
There. Radar, sonar, satellite feed, all into one picture.
Venezuela
Size,
attacks.
Attack what? A pizza shop? They army look like they getting their ass whooped right now in training. I don't get it.
Speed 42 knots. The order went out. Maintain course, do not engage unless fired upon. Just simple experience. U.S. Navy
I'm sorry,
that
wait.
you come close and realize
I want you to see this shit get blowed
learned
up.
that lesson.
Oh yeah. Let's go.
The radar operator of Wrigley in his seat. Contact accelerating, bearing steady. They're not changing. Air Combat Information Center to a live wire. On the main screen, 4 small blips crawled across the surface radar display. Each now just 22 miles out. The captain of the Gravely made the call. Broadcast check. The radio operator, Mike, unidentified Venezuelan investors in a
I don't know what happened to her. I guess her link went out. She'll be back. But y'all tune in to None Dare Call It a Conspiracy. She'll be back in a minute. It probably StreamYard been tripping right now, so that's all it is. Salute to everybody watching. The government experiment is real. Trump is fed up. Venezuela is considered a third world country. I'm telling y'all, the whole attack is on Africa as a whole. We ain't got time to be dicing y'all up, splitting it up, all y'all over there on the continent of Africa. All those countries over there, man, they on the list. So no, what else do you think is going to happen? And then they coming so close. And then I've been telling people about Afghanistan. Like those people there, they flew them people in under Biden. That's why Trump been going off. He told the reporter she's stupid. It's all kind of things going on with that. But people gonna learn. I knew when they open them borders up, man, they know that their 14th Amendment don't apply to them folks. But they up here fighting hard to try to make that lie a truth. And that is like a civil war that's over here. And they know it because in their countries that they running from, they couldn't do the same things that they doing over here in the U.S. Not by far. Not by far. And that's just the way it is. Okay, she back, y'all. There she go.
Right. Thank you, therapy, for keeping it going. Thank you.
That's just the way it is. Hey, you know it ain't no thing.
Yep,
It ain't no
kicked me
thing.
out. It kicked me straight
Hey, you
on
know it
out.
ain't no thing. It ain't no thing. It's doing you like Trump doing them.
All right, I'm gonna let this last video play and then done with this, and I'm about to go live on my phone. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go live on my.
immediately.
Oh, wait, hold on. Wait. I'm three here. So,
Slicing white trails toward the U.S. group.
I don't tell.
Venezuela Lipo locked on leader. Echo. Their help sheet said Echo 2 was escort. Close.
I'm gonna end this. All right, I'll be
Okay,
right
well,